Okay, guess I'll wash my hands.
Get them on camera so they know it's true.
Alrighty everyone, it's Lauren from Hop for Food. Welcome back. Today we're gonna do a recipe, and do you know what that means by now, I would hope. If you're watching for the first time, welcome. This is where I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just going to go through my fridge, my pantry, see what I have, make up a recipe on the spot, because that is how recipes are developed. They're basically ideas, and then you have to make them and make them again and test them and write everything down. But we don't do that here. We're not writing anything down. We're cooking from the depths of our soul and from the creative energy that is in this kitchen right now. So let's do this now. I'm gonna go to the fridge. I always have lots of stuff, but I particularly have a lot of stuff today because I just finished making an actual video for you that you'll see in a couple of weeks. So I have a plethora of things in here, lots of veggies. You're not gonna see this video for a couple of weeks, but I just made a bunch of dips that are really tasty actually. And I feel like maybe we could repurpose one of the dips. So then you have like, oh, we made this dip and then here's how Lauren also used it again for something else. And they're all different colors. So maybe we could do something with those. Got so much stuff. Some parm, homemade. Green onions, those are always nice. Now I bought these for a reason and never used them. 2 pints of blackberries. I gotta use these. I don't even have an idea for these other than I could just eat them for breakfast, but I don't know. There's a lot going on in here. Got a lot of vegan cheese. Oh, I think this is old. I should throw this out. Oh! Moldy baba ganoush. I'll throw that out. I have cream cheese. Oh, I haven't even opened that yet. Maybe we could use that for something. I don't know, like I have everything we could ever want. So let's start with these dips as my inspo. Funny that pre-made baba ganoush is moldy. This is beet baba ganoush that will be in a video in a couple weeks. I have a lot of it, clearly. We need to use this for something. We could make something pink, like maybe we can make a pink dough by using this as the liquid. I mean, it's got garlic, eggplant, beet, parsley, lemon juice, tahini. What if I made like a pasta? Like homemade pasta, but it would be pink. Hang on, I just thought of something else. I don't know what to make. We could make a dough with this, but make like a cinnamon roll that's pink. But not a cinnamon roll. Make like a savory roll with cheese and parm. I kind of like that idea. Pink rolls? Or is there another bread? Maybe like a knot, like a garlic style knot? Pink beet garlic knots? All right, I'm gonna attempt this. I hope it works. I'm gonna attempt to make a dough. I have I have quick rise yeast, so it won't take long for the bread to rise. And we'll make some kind of shaped, I don't know what we're gonna do with it yet. We could do a cinnamon roll style. We could do, you know, I have the bread twists in the cookbook. We could do something like that, or a garlic knot, or we could do, oh, I just thought of it. One of those garlic loaves that you get. What restaurant used to have that? I think out here, a restaurant called Jack Astor's had this like, it came out in a cast iron pan and it was like basically buns that you pull and it's like buttery and garlicky. That's what we're gonna make, but it's gonna be pink. And I'm gonna sprinkle the parm on top so it like has some white, and we'll put some cheese. And because this already has so much garlic in it, we could make another like garlic butter to drizzle on top. Oh my God, okay. Yay, that's what we're doing. We don't know what we're doing, but we're gonna follow that dough recipe. You know that dough. And instead of the liquid, it's like 1.5 cups of water. I'm gonna thin this out as the liquid. So, I don't know how I'm going to do that. It's gonna look disgusting, but I think this is gonna be amazing. Some of this dip in here, and then add water. Or maybe I'll add almond milk. That'll help make it maybe more saturated in color. I'm gonna tie up my hair. I know some of you will be very pleased. You always complain that my hair is dangling in the food, which it isn't. Only sometimes. But since we're baking and we're getting right in there, I'm gonna tie up the hair. So we're looking for 1.5 cups of liquid here. I'm probably gonna blend this just to get it even smoother because there's still chunks, like from it being a dip, there's like chunks of vegetables in there. Hopefully this is dark enough to darken the bread. Anyone remember when I tried to make pink sushi on my other channel? That was a disaster. That should work. All right, so we're gonna do the usual. Flour measured properly, level it off. Into the mixing bowl, we're doing 3 cups. All right, so if you're using quick rise yeast, you just add it right into the flour. We're gonna add salt and sugar. And then you just combine this before you add the liquid and a little bit of oil. You're adding about a tablespoon of oil here. And then our pink liquid. All right, let's see what happens here. Okay, we can probably put this on the counter and knead it until it gets a little more glutinous. Ooh, look at the color of the dough. So you really want to knead this until it's a nice smooth ball. And it'll start to stick a little bit, but that's okay. You can just add a little bit of flour. Okay, this is gonna be so cool. I'm excited. Well, there's our pink dough. So I just coated the bowl in a little bit of oil so the dough doesn't stick. You can place the ball back in there and then cover it with a towel. And I had my oven on from earlier, so I won't put it in there, but you can just put this in a warmer spot, like right now actually outside would be good because it's hot out. And it's gonna take like 20 minutes to rise. So while I was standing here waiting for my dough to rise, and I told you I have lots of things in the fridge like basil, I have some green onions you saw. I think I'm gonna make a cheese filling for each little bread ball with the cream cheese I told you I had. And this is plain vegan cream cheese, so it needs some flavor. So we're gonna stir chopped basil, maybe some garlic, and these green onions in there. Make it really flavorful. And then when you bite into the bread, you'll get this like creamy little bite in there. You're only gonna put like a little bit in each ball, so maybe half the container is fine. We will add the green onion. If you had chives, you could use those. This is 2 green onions. I'm gonna cut up all of it and use some of this on the top of the bread. I think it'll be nice to have some like green on top of the pink. And just save a little handful for the top of the bread. So we'll also do finely chopped basil. So this is just some like dehydrated minced garlic. So I'm just gonna add that and then it'll like get moist from the cream cheese. So smush this all together. That looks good. And I would say even if you made this in advance, the better, because then the flavors really mesh into the cream cheese. Yeah. Delicious. Okay, let's go see if our dough's ready. Oh, it's not rising at all. Why? It's been almost 20 minutes. Oh, I'm an idiot. Oh my God, guys, I'm so stupid. The liquid has to be a certain temperature to activate the yeast. Otherwise it doesn't rise. Oh my God. No, I gotta remake it. Ugh! Ah! Basically, the almond milk and the water I added weren't warm. The liquid needs to be between 120 and 130 Fahrenheit. So I'm gonna do the exact same thing. I blended the beet stuff with the milk, and now I'm just gonna heat it over the stove with a thermometer until I get it to the right temperature. Duh! So all we really need to do is cut it into portions, because we're gonna make little buns. And actually, I also need to melt some butter. So I'm just gonna take some vegan butter, put it in a saucepan, and get it melting. So now just cut some pieces. And I guess those are gonna be our balls. We're gonna put cheese in the middle too. Now these don't have to be all the same size. Let's just fill it with the cheese and see what happens. Take a little scoop of cheesy stuff. Is this a really gross color? I don't know. Looks kind of gross. And then fold it over and make a little bun. This looks like I'm playing with bubble gum. It actually is grossing me out. I hope they taste good. Ew, they look like testicles.
Okay.
Ew, it's making me gag a little bit though. Maybe this was a stupid idea. Okay, whatever. We're in it now, guys. Let's just keep on going. I've got melted butter. I want to put some garlic because it has to be garlic bombs. So we're going to put some garlic powder in there. The butter is already salted. The parm is already salted. So just stir in the garlic powder. All right, and now brush your skillet. My oven is preheating to 375. All right, and now we put our little balls in there. And they can be touching. Oh, are they all gonna fit? Uh-oh. Yeah? I don't frickin' know. It's so weird. All right, now let's brush all the garlic butter on there, get it real juicy, juicy. Okay, so I'm even getting like a lot of butter down in there, like juicy, juicy butter. Because you know when you get this and you pull it apart, it should be like really buttery. Let's put the parm on. So this is cashews, nutritional yeast, and sea salt. Let's put the green onions on. All right, so we should let this rise again before baking a little bit. So I'm gonna try and proof it for another 20 minutes. I'm gonna pour all that butter on there. Just get it all, the more the better. All right, so I let this do a second rise for about 25 minutes. They're not rising as much as I'd like, but I think they're okay because they are poofier. I don't know what happened. I was expecting them to be poofier, but I'm gonna go in the oven because I don't wanna wait anymore. So I bake my bread twists from the cookbook for 20 minutes. So we'll just put 20 minutes on the clock and see what happens. I'd rather need to bake way longer. Let's go for another 10 minutes. Smells good though. I just checked them, they're ready. It's about 25 minutes. Well, there's our pink garlic bread pull-apart thing. It's real hot. This one started exploding with the inside. I don't know how I feel about the color. You know, it might bring some flavor to the bread, but I don't know that it's really necessary for it to be pink like this. It makes it less appetizing, in my opinion. It's so hot. Ow. I mean, it's delicious. It is good. Oh, look at that. Cheesy middle. So hot, I can't even eat it. Whew. Yeah, it's totally great. It just was unnecessary for it to be pink. I don't think it really matters. And really, you could fill it with whatever you want. I like the crusty part with the cheese on the top, or the parm. Well, what do y'all think? I think you can make this with the dough. Maybe I made it too easy on myself. What do you think? Whatever. I tried. I thought it was gonna be a little more vivid pink. It obviously turned a little more orange or brown on the outside. Maybe I'll call it rose pull apart garlic pan. Rose pull apart garlic bread. Well, look, it's just another thing you can do with that dough. That dough is where it's at. It's amazing. So versatile. Do different toppings, do different stuffings. Pouring the excess butter that I did down there worked out really well because it got it nice and crusty on the outside. Mmm. Too hot. Let it cool down a bit. That's pretty much it. That has been another recipe. If you are making recipes, tag me at Hot for Food on Instagram. Would love to see what you're making. If you try something like this, also tag me. I'll share the photos. And happy pulling apart your bread. I'm tired. It was a long time waiting for that dough to proof twice, 3 times, because I messed up at the beginning. But anyway, we did it. It was fun. I'm eating dough. Who can complain? Okay, see you next week. More Hot for Food. Subscribe. Follow along. Get my cookbook, Vegan Comfort Classics. That's where that dough recipe's from. Plus, there's more stuff to do with it. Yeah. All right, I'm out. Bye.